Hi everyone, I've got Friday night's book haul here for you, so there's a few to get through, so I'll get started. Okay, book on penguins. I just thought it was a whole book on penguins, and I thought there's some people that really like penguins. It has a pocket in it as well, so I'll use these. It's mostly black and whites, but they're still penguins. So see what cute pictures I can find. Not sure how old this one is. They're really cute. Let's have a look. 68 that one is. Oh, I think I gave myself a paper cut. Beginning reading. So this is an activity book, but I like it because it has lots of little pictures that I'll be able to cut out and use on things. Lots of animal ones too. So that's a bit of fun, even the people. As you can see, it's been used. I love this one, Giant Storybook, Walt Disney. And this is 60, hang on, this edition, 69. So that, you know, beautiful pictures and colours. Get a lot of uses out of this for different journals, I think. Look at that lady in the tramp. Alice, there's some really nice Alice pictures as well. That was a good one. So of course these are all the ones out of the recycle bin, but I worked my butt off for these today. But I suppose it was worth it. So this is a concise encyclopedia of Australia and New Zealand. It did not have much in it, but there were a few that I really liked. And the pages aren't even that good, but I don't know if I'll find any of the photos. That one's not too exciting. There's like a vintage one here somewhere that I really liked. So I'll go through, grab out the ones that interest me. Ones like that. Quite like that. That's probably one of the only ones, but I will have a better look through it. It is matte too, so some of these bigger pages can be used for some envelopes and stuff. And I don't mind the cover, so I'll see if I can do something with that. Atlas of World History. Not sure how old that one is, but it's a really nice one. I like it. And it had this in there, which I don't know if it actually came with this because it looks quite a lot older. Central Edinburgh and London. But it looks... And I love these. I reckon they make some great ephemera, so we'll get back up. So I hope you're all doing well. It's a bit chilly here tonight, so I've had the heater on to warm up the room. We're in for some hot weather in the next few days though, so that'll be nice. Okay, and then there were two painting books, How to Paint Wildflowers, and it's got a library card for me. Oh, an unused one too, which is really nice. Index card thing. And look at that parrot. I love these. I've got like a set of big painting books like this that I haven't done anything with, but they might give me some ideas and I might dabble in a bit of painting in the future. And if not, these pictures are a great size to use for some journaling cards and stuff, so might get some inspiration. That one's lovely. And then this one, Leon Franks on Techniques. So I think this, these are the ones that I've got like a big lot of the set of. So they're good ones. They teach you a fair bit. So my son's always wanting me to sit down and do Bob Ross with him. So I'll have to give that a go one day. Okay, and then there were piles of old books. So my son and I will go on through looking at the dates on all of them. So there's What Katie Did Next. It was gifted in 39. It looks not a lot older than that, but the pages are really, really thick on this one. Just love the picture. Doesn't have a date, so but I assume it was probably bought near when it was gifted. But nicely brown pages, nice and thick. What was that? Oh, that's interesting. And what of 1967? Some Christmas newsletter or something. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, that stinks. It stinks of old book. Usually I like that smell, but sometimes it's not so pleasant. This, absolutely adore the cover. Yes, they're not in the best of nick, these, but yeah, I love that cover. I don't know if this one had a date on it. It's Bridget and the Cub. Picture. Very old. I would say like the early 1910-ish around. So I'll probably try and look this one up. Really thick pages again. Oh, there's another picture in there. Steve Yeager. I love the cover. Like radio. A lot of these didn't have the dates in. Again, no, that's Ruth apparently. Beautiful picture. This is 1915, this one. Romance of Natural History. I love that. Was like my favourite cover, I reckon, because it's like nature is a bit water damaged, mouldy, whatever. I'll have to look up on how to clean that sort of thing up, because that would be a great one to keep. Ugh, look at the back. Nasty. But yeah. So I might just keep the front cover of that, get rid of the back, and I'll look up how old it is. One would say again 1910, if not a bit before. Look at the picture. Definitely use the pictures in it too. The pages aren't too bad considering the look at the back of it. I try not to breathe when I have books like that around. The Little Maid Who Danced to Every Mood. That one sounded interesting. Lovely picture. Again, no date, so another one to look up. Falling to bits. It's got some nice pictures in it though. There's one. I think it's Fergus McTavish, A Story of the Far Northwest. Be nice if that cover was in better nick. It's awesome. And even the spine. It's really pretty. And this one was gifted in 1902. It's got some pictures in the front. It's all falling to bits. And I looked up the date of this one, and it's 1893. So quite old, and it's got pictures that are falling out everywhere. The Island of Gold, gifted in 26. List of illustrations. So it says it has illustrations. I love the typing in this one. It's a poem. There's an illustration. So yeah, they're really nice. This is The Wall of Partition. I like that cover too, it's very nice. (1914). I don't think there are any illustrations in this one. But good nick, the pages are. My mum asked if I had any old book pages today. Do I have a book page? So I'll have to gather a whole heap of different ones for her so she can do some collaging. And this one's got some lovely embossing just down the side here. The Fate of Enderley, I think that says. Illustrated. Gifted in 1902, I think that says. I think this one doesn't have a date, so another one to look up. It's a beautiful picture. 1901 this one is. So let's see if it's got illustrations in it. Because it says illustrated. Maybe they just mean that first picture, because I certainly haven't. Oh, there's one. That's lovely. And then Court and Cottage. Again, some really neat embossing down the bottom there and up the top there. Gifted in 1903. Don't think it has the actual date though. The pages are really thick. And look at the top of that one. It's very nice. Some more illustrations. So that's really cool. A whole heap of old ones, not in the best condition, but still really nice. Grabbed this. Drawing in the Dust. I grabbed this purely for the cover. I just like the size of it, so yeah, I'll use the pages for something, but really just the cover. Same with this one. Great cover. It has these inside pages sort of textured, which I really like as well. And I will go through and check what pictures it has. I had a map in there somewhere. So a few interesting pages. Now there was this one on the human body, Science Book of the Human Body. It's quite an interesting one as well. I don't mind macabre stuff. 1955. It's got all of that sort of cool. Look at that. That is cool. Cool stuff. I used to find these sort of books absolutely fascinating when I was about 7 or something. My mum was a nurse, and so she had a number of really old medical books at home, and I just loved the pictures. So yes, I'll do something with some of them. Another nice cover. Oh yeah, the Bench Book of Puppetry, which I thought was really cool. How old was this one? Look at that picture. I'm going to turn the pages here, it's not happening very easy. First published in this series 1957, so around then. Look, that page is really cool. Don't often find things on puppetry, so that was an awesome score. Very good condition as well. Oh, some loose picture that came out of a book that wasn't in a good condition to bring home. The House of the Nightmare and Other Eerie Tales. I love this cover, so the dust cover. I'll be using that, cutting out those bats for something Halloweeny sometime. And I took the book because I like purple and I like this cover. It's a bit, you know, stained from the sticky tape and that, but yeah, I don't mind the size of it and the colour, so I'll probably do something with that. Love this cover too, Men of Might, and it's embossed around there. And that's interesting, marbled effect. Let's see if it has a date. Gorgeous pictures. And I love the on the pages how it's done there. It's different with the blue. The little illustrations at the bottom of the page. It's got full page illustrations. So that one's really nice. Now, there were all these like recipe cards. I'm not sure what I'll do with these. I'll go through, see if there's any for my own recipe book. And if there's any like Christmas themed ones. Any that seem interesting at all. Otherwise, they'll probably be quite cool to cover. Care for your cat. So nice cat pictures. Oh, and then chocolate making. Just grabbed all these for a look, see if they're any good for my recipe journals that I might make one day if I ever get around to it. Yeah, they'll be alright for my chocolate journal. Right now I don't feel like making a chocolate journal because I've eaten a bit much today, so I'm not feeling too crash hot. It's my own fault. My daughter's here, so, and we both love chocolate, so we tend to get into it a bit together. That's got some cool pictures. Sorry, I'm probably making everyone hungry. The Perfect Cookie. I don't think this one was too good, so... Candy making. I like that in the order form. So I'll be able to cover that or even just put it into a recipe book like this. Because this can be written on and covered. Oh, I'm finding it so hard to turn pages today. A guide to chocolate making. Go figure. Look at those. 500 chocolate delights. You can tell what I was thinking of. Some of these pictures are alright though. Best of New Idea Cooking. Now this one's must be 70s or something, so it's quite retro. So I thought good to make ephemera for the cooking journals, vintage cooking journals. And I like the different colours of the pages. And then this one's even better. Ooh, Cookery in Colour. It's Australian Woman's Weekly. I think I've either got this one before or one like it with all these really retro, weird, bright colours. Would have to be 70s, I would say. I don't know if it tells me. No. But yeah, look at the colours on this. But you know, the square bits make pretty neat journaling cards. And tucks and all sorts. Those colours are awesome. One more pile from the recycling bin, and then I did buy a couple. Principles of Garment Cutting. They were getting rid of a whole heap of craft books, and I'm a sucker. It's very hard for me to let them go in the bin. 1963 this one is, so I think this would be great additions to sewing themed journal. It's got all your patterns and stuff for doing your sewing. Really good knit too, the pages. Australian flower arranging. There were a couple of flower arranging books, which some of the colour pictures I like from the 70s and that. Let's see. I'm sure it must be 70s. Oh, earlier. 60, oh no, 71, this one. So there's a lot of black and white, but there's the occasional nice colour one, which I really do like. That one's beautiful. Oh, sorry, you probably couldn't see then from all the glare. But yeah, that sort of thing I really love. The colours in it. And the composition. And the smaller ones like that. Really nice, you know, folded in a page. This one is the Book of Cricket. Yeah, oh, boring cricket. I hate cricket, but I love the colour in this. '52 it is. It's quite old, but yeah, the colour is awesome. So I've collected a few sporty bits and pieces, especially the real old ones, because I think they'd make a nice journal. Something a bit different than the usual pretty, flowery, vintage stuff. Might do a sports one with the old cricket and golf for people who like that sort of thing. Victorian crochet. Might try it one day, but I really loved. There were a couple of pictures in there that I just really love. It's quite old. I don't know if I find the one that I loved the most, but even that sort of thing would be beautiful in a crafty journal. This one's alright. The girl. Sorry, bumping the camera. And even just the writing at the top here. Very, very nice. And there's a lot of pictures in there. Let's see if I can see how old it is. 74. It's not as old as I thought, but it's still very, very nice. A Touch of Bouquet, a craft book. This one, I just, yeah, I mean, it's old enough. Use it in, fold it up in some crafty journal, but I do get inspiration from the patterns. And occasionally I'll find something that I'd really like to try as well, so. I'm getting so many craft books and that I've been hoarding, so I must go through some of them soon and just take out the bits that I'm going to use. Must be the 70s. 86, that one. Macrame for all seasons. 76, this one. Falling to bits. A bit of glare coming off of that. But yeah. I'll have a look at it. I've always been keen to try that sometime. I want to try a bit of everything actually. Whether I'll ever get around to it, I don't know. Flower arranging again. Better Homes and Gardens. 65. Again, just the pictures. It's lovely. Love the colour. Very retro. And look, I even get some ephemera in there. That's really nice piece of paper, that one. It doesn't have the date on it, I don't think, but it's got all these flower bits, so definitely hang on to that. Yeah, there's a lot in that one I'd use. More flower arranging. Just check what the cover looks like. Plain, that's alright. Let's have a look. 67. That's pretty. This one, is this one dried? Yeah, dried flower arranging. So actually that might give me some ideas because I've just started trying to dry some flowers. I was going to say I just started drying some flowers, but for all I know they're mouldy. So I'll find out in another week, I think. So, but this can give me some ideas on how I can lay them out for my journals. Embroidery or fashion? No, embroidery for fashion. Now this one is 85. It's interesting. Bits like that I'd love. I'd cut that out and put it in a journal. So yeah, I'll probably do that with some of the pictures, and then I love the little, you know, it shows me how to do some embroidery if I'd like to, or cutting that out and making it into a little journaling card for a sewing journal would be great as well. Pewter jewellery. This one's not that great, but again, it's got a few like patterns and that I might be able to use for something. I can find one of the ones that semi-interested me. Which I don't know if it's possible. There's a oh no, that's not shrimp, it's cuttlefish. Oh. There were some little patterns. Well, even this sort of thing. Ideas for doodles, I reckon. Maybe a few pictures to cut out, not too much in there. Every kind of patchwork. Oh, it was bequested to a library in 1989. So it is 83, 88. This one. But even that, I love those little, I'll get it so you can see it, the little picture there for a sewing journal. Really neat. And there's a lot of that sort of thing in here. And I'd use these pictures, make really cool journaling cards. Cut them out. Nice and colourful. Oh, what's that? Egyptian belly dance in crisis. Fair enough. I did buy another book for her that I'm not going to show. It's for my son. It's something like 1001, not ridiculous ways to die, but something like that. So it's not really a crafting book, but some of them sounded quite interesting. That's alright. And then I bought, let's have a look. Couldn't help but buy this because it's so old. The Tale of Ginger and Pickles by Beatrix Potter. Falling to bits. It probably should have been in the recycling bin, but I paid for it, so. I just love it because it's so old and the pictures in it. It is. Does it even say? It doesn't say. I'll have to look it up. It's very cute. I just love that. Especially those colour pictures. And the last one was, and I hope I haven't already got this because I've got a few like this, home stenciling. Complete book of. Now, it has all your pictures and how-tos, which is going to be really handy to see how they do it. Now, you know, it's mainly for doing on things in the home and that, but the size of this sort of thing and that would be great in a journal. It gives me ideas on colours and that as well. And then, of course, it has all the stencils. You've just got to, like, push them out, I think. So how awesome is that? I keep going and buying these little stencils here, from here and there for $1 or $2 each. And I bought this for $3 and it's got, like, heaps of them in there. So I shouldn't, I think that's a bee up there too, maybe. Just there. And poppies, daisies and wild rosebuds. Cornflowers. There's one that someone's cut out. Rooster. And the good thing is you have the other little bits that you take out as well, if you want to do something with them. Look at that, the berries. That's really cool. Morning Glory. I don't think I do have this one. Just got to start using them now. This would be really handy. I've just started doing a bit of stenciling in my design team project. And I'm loving the way it looks with the distress inks. The first one I did was a bit messy, but I think I'm improving slowly. Dragonfly. So yeah, they're a really nice size, because a lot of the time in these home stenciling books they're huge. I thought that was a witch's hat or something. Passion fruit. Fair enough. So that's awesome. Alright, so that's it for my books. Now, as usual, I've got to find somewhere to put them. Hope you're all crafting away, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.